I asked ChatGPT to build the perfect retirement income plan, and this is what it gave me. Okay, so I'm gonna read you the prompt that I typed into ChatGPT just so you know, and we're gonna put this up on the screen. This is exactly what I typed to get this response. I think this is crazy. Build me the perfect retirement income plan for a married couple, male 65, female 63. They have $1 million in 401ks. They want to retire in 1 year when she can get on Medicare. They are very risk adverse and prefer guarantees. They both have longevity. They have $250,000 in savings at the bank. They have a 30-year mortgage with a balance of $150,000 and a value of their home of $600,000. It said, sure thing. Let's map out the perfect retirement income plan, tailored to keep you financially secure, stress-free, and still enjoying life. That's very important, that last one, still enjoying life. That's our mission. That's directly correlated with our vision and mission at Nations First Financial of helping you realize your purpose in retirement. You discover your purpose in retirement, and we feel like it is you showing up as your best self, and you'd be enjoying your life if you were showing up as your best self. Now, here's the key elements of the perfect retirement income plan. Guaranteed income. It says essentials are covered with Social Security or a pension. If they're lucky to have one, they don't. They have Social Security. Annuities with lifetime income streams, and rental income if applicable. So it says it covers all essential expenses, housing, food, insurance, healthcare, all with guaranteed income. That's step one. Now that's interesting because again, ChatGPT typed this. That's exactly in alignment with our philosophy we used that Tom Hegna taught years ago, cover the essentials of guaranteed lifetime income. Now it says step two is investments in growth, passive income. This is where you're gonna have your 401k, IRA, Roth withdrawals. This is where you're gonna have your brokerage accounts. These are dividends and things like that. And then this is where you're gonna have real estate. Okay, and that could come in the form of properties where you could purchase into funds or REITs or whatever. But again, it's just saying like that's the example. And the goal here would be growth. Okay, so growth beyond your income so you can have additional income down the road if you so chose to. Now, bucket three is gonna be what they call the sleep well at night money, or the swan money, safety net money, abundance fund, whatever you wanna call it. This is 6 to 12 months of expenses in high yield savings. You could also substitute in CDs or treasury bonds in here, stuff that's generally going to be considered low risk. Again, this is all coming from ChatGPT. I'm just reading you its response. Step four is going to be your tax optimization. Okay, so to help you keep more of your money. This is going to be where you put in Roth IRAs, tax efficient funds like index funds or ETFs, strategic withdrawals from taxable or tax deferred accounts, meaning looking at your tax bracket, figuring out where it makes sense to take taxable withdrawals. This is also going to be life insurance. This is going to be something that's going to give you a bucket of money that you can tap into if taxes are higher down the road, especially because remember, this couple put all their money in 401ks. Now, healthcare, this is going to fall into several different buckets. We'll talk about tax-free, your HSA, long-term care. Okay, this is going to be your Medicare and Medicare supplements or your gap coverage, things you're going to need to have post 65 to make sure that as different healthcare events arise, you're going to be prepared. And then the last bucket is going to be your fun money. This is going to be travel money, mad money, gifting, charity, family, hobbies, whatever you want, and really importantly, enjoying it guilt-free. Okay, so this is how they're going to put this together. Okay, essentials are going to be covered by Social Security and an annuity, zero risk. Then you're going to stack on your layers, right? You're going to talk about your investments. You're going to talk about your cash and your safety net. You're going to talk about your health risk mitigation tools, things that are going to help pick up different things like insurances. Also, I think life insurance falls well into this boat. This is also going to be removing key risks like taxes going up and inflation. Okay, and then you're going to have your fun, spending money. So let's talk about monthly cash flow. Okay, this couple has a monthly need of about $5,000 now. Okay, so it provided a monthly need in this example for them. $5,000 I think is probably reasonable depending on what you do with the mortgage and depending on their lifestyle. Everybody's different. Again, if they had the kind of income that they had to be able to pay off their house as much as they did and save $1 million in a 401k, we're going to assume that their Social Security benefits are going to be $3,000 for the husband, $2,000 for the wife. Now, again, that's not saying anything about gender. That's just saying as an example. And again, ChatGPT came up with this. So the next thing they said was they want to roll enough of the 401k into an IRA in a fixed index annuity with an income rider. They had to get $2,000 a month. Now, this is going to put them at $7,000 a month. Their monthly need was $5,000 a month. This is going to have some inflation protection built in. This is going to have some higher tax protection built in, right? Because you have more income than you need today. This is going to help with some of those risks. But again, that's literally all it said. Claim your Social Security at your full retirement age or when you retire, which is 65 for her, and then use a fixed index annuity to cover the rest. Super simple. Now it's got mortgage, utilities, food, insurance, healthcare costs in there. It's got some leftover, some fun money for retirement, putting about $1,000 a month in there, and then $1,000 a month cushion. That's a really great way to do it. In terms of paying off the mortgage, they recommend taking some of that bank money, that $250,000, just wiping it out. And they say, why? Well, it eliminates $1,000 a month monthly payment from the principal and interest portion of that payment. Obviously, you're gonna have taxes and insurance for life, okay? But it guarantees you're gonna have lower expenses for life, and it leaves $100,000 in cushion for emergencies at the bank. I love this recommendation that ChatGPT gave. I find that helping people pay off their mortgage with cash sitting in the bank gives them a level of security and abundance that you just can't get unless you own your home. So to me, there's a intrinsic value there that I love. And I think we should definitely be taking advantage of that. Now, as far as the remainder of the investments, it said to get the $2,000 a month of joint lifetime income, you need to put about $500,000 into the fixed index annuity. And because this couple loves guarantees and they don't like a lot of risk, for them specifically, what it's saying is you want to put about another $500,000 into a different MYGA, multi-year guaranteed annuity. It recommends a 5 to 7 year to get an interest rate of 5%. Now today you can get a 5.5% or even 6% annuity for that. It's kind of simple. And then it said for the cash, put $100,000 in high yield savings. So I mean, literally, it's crazy. Now it said that you can use your MYGA interest to buy a small hybrid life policy or long-term care policy to protect you from nursing home expenses. So check this out. Literally is 3 steps that it recommended, okay? Rolling over the money to a fixed index annuity with an income rider for your income, okay? Putting the balance in a fixed annuity or a MYGA essentially, then taking the MYGA interest and buying a life insurance or long-term care policy. Obviously it's saying that the hybrid life policy has to have some type of long-term care rider or chronic illness rider. Here's what the plan does. It says all expenses are guaranteed for life. There's no market risk. You pay off your mortgage. You have lifetime income for both spouses. You have $100,000 in emergency fund. You have no fear of running out of money. And you have legacy for your kids, your charity, and the things that you care about. So it literally recommended 3 things, 3 products to provide the perfect retirement plan for somebody with $1 million that just basically wants to make sure they're going to have everything they need for the rest of their life. And it took 3 steps. That is so powerful and crazy that ChatGPT came up with this. And I think it's really right on. If you look at the way we help people prepare for retirement, we make sure they have enough guaranteed lifetime income to cover all their basic needs and expenses and the fun things they want to do in retirement. And then 2, we just remove all the key risks. Well, it only took 3 products for this person to remove all the key risks: running out of money, taxes going up, inflation, market risk, timing risk, sequence risk, interest rate risk, one spouse predeceasing the other, long-term care, right? We talked about these. It removed all the key risks for this person with 3 simple products. So again, we're probably going to be replaced here before too long. I don't know why I'm smiling when I'm saying that. That's absolutely terrifying. But these are the kinds of things we recommend at Nations First Financial every single day. It's simple, it's straightforward, it works. And if your goal in retirement is not to try to essentially, like this person, they didn't say their goal was to try to grow their wealth to levels that they'd never reached before while they're working. They said they want to enjoy life, they want to have everything they need, and they want to not worry. And they also are definitely more of a conservative style of saver and investor. So for them, they want guarantees. And that's what these annuities and hybrid life products provide. I think this is actually really cool. I think more people should be utilizing ChatGPT. This is a really straightforward, simple answer. And if you want something that's like realistic for your scenario and you want to learn more about this, please feel free to reach out. Obviously, you can click the link below. You can talk to me, you can talk to my team, and we can help you to like customize some of this stuff. If you find yourself falling into this category of retirement saver, these are simple steps you can take to really make sure you have complete peace of mind. And again, right here, AI is telling you, you do not need to worry because you've taken the prudent steps to cover all your bases. I think this is phenomenal. If you do want more information about this, please feel free to reach out. And as always, can't wait to see you in the next video. Take care.